I often tell people that every man needs 3 relationships in their life. In order for you to have balanced life as a man, you need 3 relationships. First, you need a mentor. Somebody that has gone the path that you want to go, that can instruct you and take you down the road, avoiding the pitfalls and avoiding the mistakes and avoiding the troubles that come that way. You need a peer, somebody that is at your level, at your equal, that you can mastermind with, that you can build a think tank, that you can go back and forth and discuss and argue and develop business. And then you need a mentee, whether it's your young brother or somebody that you bring into your business or an employee, somebody that you pour yourself into. Why? Because those people keep you accountable. Those people are the ones that check you. You know, you often have your little sibling, he'll ask you questions and he'll check you with authenticity and honesty and ask you shit. You're like, oh, whoa, like this kid's paying attention, right? Yeah. So every man in his life needs 3 relationships. And under those 3 relationships, Capital Club's been built. Mentors, peers, and mentees. That's why we have different tiers of Capital Club, because the goal isn't just to receive, but it's to give, right? Who you give to, who you network with, and who do you listen to. And if you can have these 3 relationships in check, which I believe every man needs, your goals will be pursuable regardless of how different they are.
Can you take us back to your first event that you did with Capital Club?
My first event was actually in 2000, my first physical event. 2019. It was a free event in Los Angeles, California, with a good buddy of mine, a business partner. His name is Luca Netz. Yeah, he's a very successful entrepreneur, good friend. And we just did a free e-commerce event for entrepreneurs to come and learn. No charge, anything. And it was the concept of the pop-ups that I've built worldwide that are attracting literally thousands of people. It's fucking crazy. It's giving with no expectation. Just creating an environment of authenticity, teaching people, allowing people to hang out, free food, free environment, come and chill. So that was the first kind of experience. Then 2020 had my first elite mastermind in Mexico. And that's when we had about 30 entrepreneurs come out. Paid a multi-$1,000 ticket to come. And that was the first physical kind of paid event. But ever since then, I do pop-ups all over the world. Amsterdam, Paris, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Bali, Singapore, Dubai. And I create an environment where entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs can come and hang out, right? No strings attached. Just come and chill. These events cost me tens of thousands of dollars, but at the sake of what? At the exchange of what? People having a great time, people networking, people connecting. Like I mentioned before, at some point when you have money is not the most important thing. Yeah, I would like to have a private jet. Yeah, I could buy a private jet, but do I need a private jet? No. Do I need 10 supercars? They'd be cool. Do I need them? No. Do I need a bigger box? I just got done selling my home. It was a $4 million house. Why? Because I don't need that shit. I had people in my house all day. I had a gardener. I had the fucking cleaners. I had the pool guy. I had the maintenance guy. I had the air conditioning people that would come when the AC was leaking because I live in Puerto Rico, so it's a mess, right? So I had all these people. I'm like, whoa, where's my freedom to walk around in my boxers in my own home? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like normal things. So my entire premise was to create an environment for entrepreneurs to level up, to ask questions, to be themselves. I'll ask a person when they come up to me, first thing, hey, how much money do you make? You know, what do you do for a living? Where are you currently at in your stage? And I'll tell them, don't lie to me. Why? Because I'm creating this environment for people to be themselves. Because once you know who you are and you're authentic with yourself and you don't lie and you don't try to impress people, then you can work on becoming better. So I think Capital Club is a net positive for the world, and I think it's going to do great things.
That's good.
Very cool.
We talked about wealth. I'm very curious. I think you maybe later in life want to have children. How do you look at generational wealth? Do you want to build that? And if the answer is yes, how are you going to do that?
Finance is the language of the elite. I mentioned this in a podcast previously. Back in the day, the peasants, they were educated with the language of the peasants. They didn't know how to read or write or speak. They just worked in the fields. The kings, the people that ran society, the feudal lords, they spoke Latin. Why? Because Latin was the language of the elite at the time. The peasants, they would go to the priest to have the priest read them the Bible. Why? Because, well, the Bible was written in Latin up until it was translated in English. So the source of information came from what? The elite. Today, we no longer have Latin as the language of the elite. We have finances. So more instructing people instead of this transfer of wealth is this transfer of knowledge of how the world works. And whether I have children or not, it's more so, I'm passionate about orphans, you know? There's a lot of children with no parents that have no opportunity. So once I take care of, I sponsor 38 orphans right now. It's a great endeavor. It's really nice. One of my Capital Club events, I'm going to take my members to Thailand, where I actually have a lot of orphans that I take care of, to see if they sponsor a couple orphans themselves, do some good shit with their money. And whether I have kids or not, it's about teaching people how to go from peasant to king, how to go from zero to hero, how to level up, how to break the cycle of poverty and mental poverty and these frameworks of limitation of how the world works. And you don't need to become a multimillionaire in order to understand these things, in order to learn these truths, right? As long as you are honest with yourself, as long as your life is well balanced. I have met people that are more joyful and enjoying life with very little. You know, they go out and they fish for their food every day. I remember in Bali, the guy didn't know anything about money. But the guy would go, fish his own stuff on his little boat, come back, smile, have a good time. Time passed slow, would hang out in the hammock. Some people be like, oh, this guy's a bum. He's enjoying himself. So if he's enjoying himself and the guy at the mansion, the skyscraper, is out here scrolling on Twitter, feeling anxious and bitter and upset, who's living a better life? Honestly speaking. Because at some point, you have a roof over your head, you have food in your mouth, you have shelter, you have people that love you. Everything else is a commodity and an extra. So I'll let you know when I have children, brother. Hopefully we're at a place where they can hang out together. Yours and
Great,
mine.
Man.
Yeah.
It'll be great.